If you want to learn how to form an LLC, you're in the right place. An LLC or limited liability company is one of the most popular business structures in the US. That's because it allows you to do things like protect your personal assets, ease your tax headaches, look credible to customers, and have flexibility in how you operate your business without being a corporation. You can either get an LLC on your own or hire someone to do it for you. We'll take a look at both options in a minute. Now, every state has slightly different rules when it comes to forming an LLC, so you'll want to check out our YouTube channel and look for a video on how to form an LLC in your specific state. But here, we're going to cover the general steps you need to take in order to get an LLC, starting with the DIY route. Here are the 6 steps it takes to form your LLC. Step number 1, name your LLC. Do you already have a name for your business? You'll need to search through the business name database that's kept on file with your Secretary of State to make sure it isn't taken. Every state has its own rules about what kind of names you're allowed to use in order to form your LLC. In general, you'll want to check that it's not easily confused with another business name on file. For example, Bear Claw LLC and Bear Claw LLC are not easily distinguishable, and you'll need to add either Limited Liability Company, LLC, or LLC with periods in between each letter to your business's name. There are also certain words that you can't use in your name or that may require additional paperwork, such as insurance, trust, bank, and Inc. Lastly, though this isn't a requirement of getting an LLC, you'll probably want to grab the domain name so that no one else gets it first. Step number 2, select your state. Though you can choose to register your LLC in any US state, it's usually the best choice to go with your home state or the state where you conduct your business. That's because local lawyers are familiar with their home state laws regarding LLC formation and operating guidelines, so it's helpful to have government offices within reach. If your business expands to other states, meaning you either have a physical presence there or have employees there, you'll need to register as a foreign LLC in those states. And there can be some benefits to forming your LLC in business-friendly states, like Delaware or Nevada, though it's often not worth the extra paperwork and fees. Step number 3, choose a registered agent. A registered agent, or an agent for service of process, is usually a requirement for forming an LLC. It refers to a person or business who sends and accepts all legal papers, acting as the point of contact for your LLC. These documents can include regulatory and tax notices, subpoenas, correspondence, and legal filings. Depending on your state laws, your registered agent can be someone in your company, like you, or you can hire a professional service to do it for you, as long as your registered agent has a street address in your state and is available during business hours. Step number 4, file articles of organization. To officially create your LLC, you'll need to file formation documents, often called articles of organization, with the Secretary of State, either in person or by mail. In some states, this is called a certificate of formation or a certificate of organization. You'll need to include 3 things: the name of your proposed LLC, the designated registered agent, and how your LLC will be managed. Is it one manager, more than one manager, or all LLC members? You'll also have to pay a one-time fee to the Secretary of State in order to file this document. The costs vary depending on which state you're in, and it will usually range between $40 to $500. You can check out our post in the link below to learn more about LLC costs. Once you file your articles of organization, it will typically take 3 to 7 days to process. If it's approved, you'll receive a state certificate of organization, proving your LLC's existence as a legal entity within your state, which means you've just formed your LLC. Step number 5, creating an operating agreement. Though most states don't legally require you to file an operating agreement within the Secretary of State, you could be required to pay and maintain an operating agreement within the LLC. An operating agreement records your LLC's setup, organizational structure, daily duties, and general rules. It defines the roles and responsibilities of all LLC members, including the percentage of ownership allocated to each member, how profits will be distributed, and how decisions will be made. It's the core document of your business, and it can help you prevent future misunderstandings. There are 6 main sections to an operating agreement. Section 1, Organization, describes when and where a company is created, who its members are, and how ownership is structured. Number 2, Management and voting. Just like it sounds, it outlines how the company is managed and how the members vote. Number 3, capital contributions, which members are financially supporting the LLC and how more funds plan to be raised in the future. Section 4, distributions, how the company's profits and losses are distributed among the members. Number 5, membership changes, the process for adding and removing members of the LLC, or if and when members can transfer their ownership shares. And lastly, dissolution, the circumstances in which the LLC may be dissolved. Your operating agreement is a living document that should be updated each time there's a change in the membership or management of your company. Step 6. Apply for an EIN. Your employer identification number is like a social security number specifically for your business. It's a 9-digit number assigned by the IRS to identify taxpayers who are required to file business tax returns. You should consider getting an EIN from the IRS if you want to open a business bank account, apply for a business loan, and pay your business income taxes. EINs are free, and you can get one from the IRS either online or by mail. If you've just gone through each of those 6 steps, congratulations! You officially have an LLC and are ready to do business as a legal entity. But if this all sounds like too much of a headache, you can always go with option 2. Hiring a service to take care of your LLC for you. Though it may cost more money than doing it yourself, there are a lot of benefits to hiring a pro like Tailor Brands. Our LLC service will take care of your formal application, get your EIN for you, create your operating agreement in your terms, and act as your registered agent. So you can rest easy knowing that your paperwork is taken care of, deadlines are met, and your privacy is protected. If you have any more questions about forming an LLC, you can check out the link to our How to Form an LLC blog post in the video description below. Don't forget to visit the Tailor Brands website and subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more information on how to successfully build your business from scratch. We can't wait to see what you create.